So hey guys, welcome back to class, and I hope you've been enjoying studying remotely, all because of this COVID-19. Remember, it's a review class for our students during the lockdown as a function of remote coronavirus. So today we're looking at physical and chemical properties. So before we get into that, let's find out the meaning of the word property. Property is a description of an object, how the object looks like. You talk about its texture, its color, its shape, its size. Now, given what you have here, we're looking at this tree. If you have to describe this tree, you would say, or you talk about the color leaves of the tree are green. That's a description. You would say the tree, of course, in terms of state of matter, you would say it's a solid, right? Okay, and it's struck by lightning. Okay, that's lightning right there, but you're not describing the tree with that. Okay, the tree is short or tall? We say it's tall. These are all description of the tree. Look at the xylophone. Can you describe the xylophone? Okay, teacher, its base is blue and it has so many colors over here. It's a solid, it's not a liquid. These are all descriptions. So description, in other words, that's just what we refer to as properties, yeah? The properties of teacher Charlotte. You could say she's black, she's got short hair, she's fat, and all of that. These are my properties, right? Right. So we're looking, the first thing we look at would be a physical change. Before we look at the physical change, let's go to what a physical property is. Okay, a physical property is any property that is measurable, whose value describes a state of a physical system. I'm going to give you an example. Don't worry about the terms. So physical properties, again, I said properties just means what? Description. Physical means the things that you can see, you can feel, you can touch, you can hear. So to know your physical properties, we would use our five senses. You described this, you told me the color was blue. You were using the sense of what? Sight. All right. You said it's hard, it's not soft. Use the sense of what? Touch. All right. So if you have to eat your food, you could also say, oh, the food is salty, the food is sour, using the sense of what? Taste. So physical, what you can see, what you can feel, how it feels, what you can touch. Then we're referring to physical properties. And then, of course, the five senses will help you determine the physical properties. Okay, let's see, you see. Physical properties are determined by the use of the five senses. They are a description of an object. Examples of physical properties, look at that. You think about the color, you think about the smell, you think about the taste, you will think about hardness, how soft or how hard it is, and you think about its states as well as the boiling, freezing, and melting points. All of these are physical properties. Now, some other examples of physical properties. Looking at this picture, you will start thinking of, oh, this looks like a scale, it looks like a balance. So therefore, we might be talking about density. Yeah, we measure the volume. Oh, what are we measuring here? Oh, mass. Okay, volume. So all of this will give you physical properties. These are just examples. Suitable for grade 5. So let's look at this. We'll be looking at physical and chemical properties. Again, physical properties are the description of an object, looking at it outwardly. Chemical properties refers to how objects will react when combined or when joined or when mixed with other objects. For instance, I get sugar and water, right? If I pour my sugar in water, what happens? It melts, it dissolves. No, sugar would dissolve in water. So the property here is solubility. Then we could say that sugar is soluble in water. That's a chemical property. That's not something that you can hear or taste or smell. This you can see the behavior when you mix the two objects together. So chemical properties here reacts how substance react. Like atmospheric oxygen, what happens? Flammable? No, is it object? A flammable object? Is it non-flammable? Looking at water, objects will dissolve, it will cause rust, what you refer in tires, I think D, I'm not sure. And then you have acids. Of course, if you pour acid on an object, it's going to corrode the object. So, back to chemical properties. Remember, chemical properties refers to how objects react, how they would behave when they are joined together with other objects. That gives you their chemical property or chemical properties. All right, so looking at this little thing that we have over here, all right, can you see that? Okay, chemical properties are determined by a substance's ability to dash with other objects to react. Let's find out. React with other objects. Yeah. Good. Some examples of chemical properties. Of course, the ability to react with water, the ability to react with an acid. How much you can react with water will tell us about some chemical properties of it. What happens with an object when you mix it with an acid? That's a chemical property, all right? So with air, with gas, all of those all happen. Okay, let's move on. The ability to react with water or acid, that gives us some chemical properties of the object. The ability to catch fire, that's what flammability. All of those give us properties of objects. Now, physical or chemical. So we have like a short thing for you to do, some activity on here. Of course, remember you're gonna get more of these on your notes. You get details of this on your notes. This is just a summary for you, okay? So you tell me if it's chemical or physical. The ability of gunpowder and fire to explode, chemical or physical. Now at this point, I'll invite you to pause the video and then you think and let's see what the answer is. Then that's a chemical property. Next one. We have physical or chemical property. So on this one as well, you have to tell me what you see on the screen. Is that showing you physical property or chemical property? So, what's the color of a sunset? Okay, we have a color over there. Is that a physical or chemical property? Let's find out. Then, bam. There you go. That's a physical property. The next one, physical or chemical? Ability to nail. The ability of a nail to rust. What is that called? Chemical properties. Correct. Physical or chemical property. The ability of a wood to burn. That should be chemical. Okay. Hardness. That should be physical. Okay. Physical or chemical. That's the last one for you. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'll see you again in the next class. Remember to do your worksheets, which I'm going to attach to this video, plus the notes. Have a great time while you study at home. And don't be naughty, right? Remember to be respectful, okay? I'll see you again next time.